the potential for a couple regular season rematches in the Super Bowl. I'm looking at the Lions and the Bengals, and I'm looking at potentially the Bengals and the Packers. And when we're looking at the Super Bowl, a regular season matchup is going to end up being a rematch in the Super Bowl. It has happened 14 times previously. Entering the matchup between the Bucs and the Chiefs, the losers of the regular season have a 7-6 edge. Now, because Tom Brady beat Patrick Mahomes, the losers of the regular season matchup hold an 8-6 edge. Now, the Super Bowl is at the Bay Area, so we can see the next regular season matchup to face off again in the Super Bowl. In this year's edition of the Super Bowl, the losers of the regular season game are 8-6 in the rematch in the Super Bowl. Now, it happens to be the case that Cincinnati is Gamache of 96. Cincinnati could lose against the Lions, lose against the Packers, beat them in the Super Bowl. What other ideas? If Buffalo's in there, Josh Allen, Gamache 96. Just pointing out ideas. Eagles, Bills, potential. It's a good matchup. So, you gotta at least say, never say never. And then, there is I was thinking Baltimore, but Baltimore actually equals 95. In the reverse cipher, Baltimore Ravens is Gamache of 96. So, as far as the Ravens goes, what regular season matches are we looking at that could be Super Bowl matchups? Lions, Ravens, who knows? I don't think they really have any other matchups there. Okay, but as far as 15 goes, 15 is Gamache of Jalen Hurts. If we have that Eagles-Bills rematch. When I look at Buffalo, there are two ways of looking at Buffalo. Buffalo 27 and Santa Clara is 27, but also it's Cincy, that's Gamache 27, and 60 prior Super Bowls instead of right on the 60th Super Bowl. And Josh Allen, he's closer to LA than he is to the Bay Area. Firebaugh to Santa Clara, 2 hours, 60 miles, 114 miles, and then Firebaugh to Inglewood. So, actually, Firebaugh's a longer distance. But that's his birth location. Where was he actually raised at? Okay, he is closer to the Bay Area, so you gotta say Bills are gonna be at number 2. So that's why that's why Bills and Bengals are my top 2 for the Super Bowl, honestly. But if I'm looking at if we're looking at the matchup on the December the 28th, the Eagles and that team, I forgot their name, the day of the Super Bowl, right? February the 8th, 2026. 42 days is Gamache of Jalen. 6 weeks later, I'm not sure what 6 is about. I think 42 is Gamache of Jalen. So 42 days later, face off in the Super Bowl. That's what resonates with that game. Now the Bengals-Lions matchup October the 5th. This year's the 105th season in the NFL. The amount of time from that game to the Super Bowl would literally be 4 months and 3 days. 43 is champion in Gematria. The bottom line is a cat-tiger matchup. Cat-tiger matchup. Fireball from the Bay Area. Jared Goff is from Cal Berkeley. He's from the Bay Area, so Lions Bills is another interesting possibility too. We got a couple two-way hedges going here. A couple good narratives there. But however, I will have to give Cincinnati, Joe Montana, Joe Burrow, this kind of thing.